We got some more rookies for you today. We're looking at a wide receiver. The hype is real.
Yes, it is.
On young Christian Watson out of North Dakota State. He is 6'5", 210 pounds, 22 years old. In 2021, the stats aren't very impressive, right? 43 receptions, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns. He was only a 2-star recruit. But still, if you bring that into context, I believe North Dakota State only threw the ball 17 times per game. So you can see how his stats wouldn't look impressive. His dominator rating was 35.1%, which is the percentage of his team's total receiving yards and touchdowns. But Aki, is this someone you're excited about? Where do you kind of sit on the Christian Watson hype?
Yeah, look, I'm actually buying into the Christian Watson hype. You know, what was very interesting is that I didn't hear his name until the Senior Bowl, and then I was like, you know what? Right. Okay, let me look at him and let me invest. So I looked at his tape. I was watching these games, and yes, it was a run-first offense, and he didn't get much work. But when he did get the work, he was being utilized in the right ways and doing the hard things that his other players couldn't do. Let me just say, this guy, 6'5", huge. He is very fast. He is a fluid runner. I personally believe a great route runner, and he's going to come out and surprise. Then you go to the Senior Bowl, and you see how he improves. If you watch his tape during the season, didn't watch in the Senior Bowl, because during the season, there was like, you know what, he needs to things that he was struggling with, catching the ball, you know, running better routes, you know, blocking defenders off the line of scrimmage, because there was a lot of concerns of him being bullied. Then you look at the Senior Bowl, and he improved it in such a short amount of time.
Which is what you want to see.
This is exactly
continual improvement.
Exactly, and this is exactly what you want to see. And I think this is why his draft capital is skyrocketing, because maybe these people, you know, the scouts saw, hey, this guy has potential, but he has so much to work on. Came into the Senior Bowl, bro. I got you. Boom, 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 and he did his thing. So I like Christian Watson moving forward.
I agree where you're going there. My only issue is I try not to look at the Senior Bowl as a tipping scale. And I said that because the body of work is always going to say more than
there's no.
And Senior Bowl. But I get where you're coming from. It was good to see the progression. By the way, he's already clocked in a 4.4440 time. Okay, and I do think he can beat that. He will be at the combine. Above average acceleration, which allows him to create separation. Very versatile player. They used him a lot as the X, as a slot. Sometimes on the bottom of the screen, in the backfield, has a nasty stiff arm. I saw that multiple times on tape.
Strong guy.
And like you said, and I believe most of his weaknesses in his game can be improved. There's not intangibles that you can't find here.
Exactly.
By the way, fun little stat here. The last time a North Dakota State wide receiver was drafted, the year was 1985. That's the last time a wide receiver was drafted from North Dakota State.
Sounded like Back to the Future or something. The way you said it was like 1985, Back to the Future.
1985. Yeah, well, obviously history is going to be made here, right? He will be drafted, that's for sure. I do think he has all the intangibles. Like you said, there's a lot of things to work on. And one of those things, by the way, was he's 6'5", 210, and he should have won a lot more one-on-ones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of one-on-one situations where he doesn't look natural, where he gets beat by these cornerbacks who aren't even like elite competition. So there are definite and real reasons to worry about Christian Watson. Some mental drops on tape, 100%. Needs to improve as a route runner. Like he needs to be more crisp on his routes. Some of them are just rounded off.
I think you'll see that. We'll see that improvement hopefully in the combine, because he's going to be around all these coaches and trainers. And he's been working up leading into it.
Pro day combine.
Yeah.
So let's talk about who he can be in the NFL. Okay. I think the hype, like where he could get to, is like a Cortland Sutton type player.
Okay.
However, I don't think he ever reaches that ceiling personally. I see him more as a complementary wide receiver in an offense. And my team fit kind of explains that. But what's a pro comp for you?
Yeah, look, I like Cortland Sutton. I've seen so many different comps. I've seen from Cortland Sutton to, some people said Amari Cooper, some people said T. Higgins.
Nah, I hate those ones. It's not anywhere near
exactly,
those
and it's not anywhere near them, and it's hard to kind of comp him. But I think his absolute ceiling, if he could be somebody, maybe T. Higgins. Floor, Cortland Sutton. Even though I don't agree with the comps, and it's really hard to comp him.
Floor, Cortland Sutton. Floor.
I think the floor could be Cortland.
Come on, bro. Floor? I mean, the floor is that he could just be a regular wide receiver, a third guy on a team.
I mean,
Cortland's a very high floor.
Once again, I think that's a good medium. Cortland is not an amazing wide receiver. He's not somebody that he is a good wide receiver. He isn't somebody that is going to. He's been up and down. Look, I think that's why I think that's a good floor in my opinion.
I see. I think Sutton is his ceiling. I mean, he'll never be T. Higgins in my opinion.
Same.
And
I agree.
I'm not a Sutton believer ever since the injury, but pre-injury he was a top 12 wide receiver talent. Yeah. So that's really high praise. I'm going to give a team fit for him, which is the Dallas Cowboys. Let's say they move on from Amari Cooper. Okay. CeeDee Lamb becomes the wide receiver 1 as far as target share. Gallup becomes a 2. And then Watson fits in as that wide receiver 3, the underrated role in that offense. Okay. I don't ever see him being an X in this league, like a dominant top 12 talent. But I do think he's a really good complementary piece for a team.
I see him potentially being the X. I think there are better X wide receivers on the board, a George Pickens, a David Bell, a Drake London. And I think if those guys are gone by the time, a team comes around, let's just say, so my team fits our 2 teams, Lions and Jets, 2 teams that I feel like Drake London is projected to. And if those teams don't take Drake London and they go more defensive or they go something else, offensive line, then you know what? You take a shot in Christian Watson, depending on how the board falls, maybe in the 3rd round, late to 3rd round. Terry was a 3rd round pick. Maybe you take a chance on him, a more developmental player in the coming years. And we've seen improvement already in such a short period of time. Hopefully, if he does go into the league, he can continue to do that. So I like the Lions or the Jets if that situation does happen.
Yeah, I like that. He's my wide receiver 11. Your wide receiver.
My wide receiver 12. But okay. I'm higher on him.
So I'm higher on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm higher on him, but still, it's purely because of the upside. It's purely because of the intangibles. There is a lot he does still need to work on. Mm-hmm. So let us know. Do you like Watson? Where do you sit on the Watson train? Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos,
watch it.
You can also subscribe
right now
if you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/fantasylandfam.